kill these four. Shoot him. Pair of singles out front. Get ready on the single. Kill the single. What do you think there, bud? Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Austin with Colorado Custom Game Calls. We are doing a revisit of our tutorial videos, and we've already gone over the cluck, and we are now going to do the honk. The honk, very, very effective in the field. You can kill birds with clucks and moans and honks all day long. You don't have to do this fancy train note, the double cluck, the spit note, the triple cluck, the rolling feet, any of that stuff. You can kill birds effectively in the field with clucks, honks, and moans all day long. Okay, I'm just going to say that right off the bat. So if you haven't done the cluck video, make sure you go back to that, reference that, because I had some tips and tricks in there. But we're going to move on to the honk. Again, I got our Colorado Carnage Goose call here. So here we go. So on the cluck, we did hut, hut, hut. Okay. On the honk, it's the exact same, except on the front part of the note, the hut, you're dragging out that first part of the note. Hut, hut, hut. So here's a cluck. Okay, here's a honk. Okay, so now you can see the difference there. Hut, that's that real sharp burst of air. Hut, snapping your tongue. Same thing on the cluck. You're still snapping your tongue. You're just drawing out the first part of the note. Hut, 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 and like you can draw it out as long as you want. Okay, that's pretty standard timing there. Hut, hut. If you are doing the middle of your tongue, you're going to do a K sound. Now, I don't like the way that my mouth operates. Your tongue is the valve, but I have a hard time getting the fatty part of my tongue, the K sound, into the note, like into the call. I just naturally, hut for me was more natural. So you're going to have to play with this a little bit and find out what reference word works for you, whether that's a K sound, like a ka, or something like that, or hook, hook, something like that. I do reference words, hut, hut, and it's always the tip of my tongue. Now, some guys, depending on who you ask, they never say use the tip of your tongue. Well, it works. I mean, it gets you by. It is what it is. I mean, I use the tip of my tongue for everything, and I've been successful and whatever. It's just it's a preference thing. If you wanted to get down to the real nitty gritty of it, technically the K sound is supposed to be more natural, and that's fine. But again, the tip of your tongue is just fine too. It's whatever works best for you, and that's what you have to figure out. Now, in the cluck video, I referenced voice inflection. A little bit of, you're going to use that here. I made the reference of where if the dog pissed on the carpet or something like that, you're not going to be like, hey dog, you pissed on the carpet. You're going to be like, hey dog, you pissed on the carpet. It's not quite a growl or a grunt. It's more like just bringing your voice down naturally. So instead of hut, 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 just by doing that, you're naturally deeper. So if you're sounding higher pitch when you're doing it, try that voice inflection. You can kind of hear it in the first part of that note too. Okay, again, hut, hut. the other thing, and I've mentioned this back in the cluck video, the snapping of your tongue. You flute guys struggle with this quite a bit, and it's because of the built-in back pressure from the length of the flute. You got to snap your tongue, and if you don't snap your tongue, it's going to sound something like this. Now it's still gonna honk. It's just not gonna be as crisp and clean, and it's gonna sound a little trashy, I guess. I'm trying to slow my tongue down, but you get the idea. So here's what it's supposed to sound like. Again, make sure you're snapping that air or snapping that tongue, bringing enough air from your diaphragm to present that air into the call. So there you go. That is the honk on the revisit of our tutorials. Thanks, guys.